Hello everybody, Dokkan here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So let's go ahead and talk about Cell and should you summon, right? I usually, whenever it comes down to pity banners, and I actually didn't do this with the previous banners like Super Saiyan 3 Mini Daima Vegeta, because we were still in the excitement and the hype of the anniversary celebrations, things like that, it came down to a point that it's like, well, might as well just try to wait a little bit, see the people's reactions, or just having them immediately would also suffice, right? So we have the Cell banner here. I will say it doesn't look super bad, but of course it's not a banner to like the investor stones in. So we have the new 2 units here, like Cell and of course the Android 18. If you guys didn't see my summons yesterday, go ahead and check them out. They were pretty, at least for me, they're kind of like nail biting, because whenever you only have like enough to do maybe 1 rotation or 2, it's always scary, right? So Lord Slug made his return over to the banners on this banner in particular. So you now have the option to pick him up with the coins. Lord Slug is not bad. I wouldn't like, he's very decent for a demonic power setup, things like that. Pod Freeze's bleh. These guys are bleh. These guys, of course, they are tournament participants units, so you could either do one of these 2 things: either bring them into the team to see how they synergize together, or don't bring them in at all. These are the only units that I have at 55% from this banner. Like, I have been very unlucky pulling these guys. They're not worth picking up with coins, but something just tells me pick them up, because it's very rare to get these guys. The 17s, or STR Super 17, the AGL Cell, the STR Super Saiyan Goku / Gohan. Of course, these 2 are going to get their ECAs, therefore they're going to be in the banners. And then, of course, good old Bojack. So let's go ahead and talk about Cell real quick. I already did my 55% showcase video for him, and maybe I'm pulling the trigger a bit too quick on him. Maybe I'm underestimating him a bit too quick. I want to see him a little bit more in game, just to get a bit of a gauge as to how well he performs, right? Or how well he does, because at the moment I'm not seeing things correctly with him. But that's just my take on it. But I feel that if you only run one of these guys, like one Cell, because you can do this option, but it will kind of leave you hanging. You can run double Cell leads, and hopefully you can be able to work things through. But as you guys saw yesterday, we were running, or like if you guys saw the 55% showcase video, we were running double Cell, and one of the cells did get the revive, which was wonderful, best case scenario. And that revived Cell was able to get this. The other Cell is not able to, because it's the character that has to get revived. So it doesn't count. It doesn't count if it's the same name. It's just the character as a whole has to get killed and revived, so that the effects, the buffs that he can be able to get from this, apply to the revived Cell, not the new, not the leader as well, right? So running one of the cells in here would just be a lot beneficial for you, rather than having to run both of these guys. Let's also look at this. Let me bring this up, because we've made the comparison between these 2. Int Majin Buu. Int Majin Buu has the same sort of effect to like bring him into the team and have him be this sort of like unit that has that revive capability to help out the team a lot. So for example, we had a extreme class Majin Buu Saga team that can be able to, you know, help out the team if in any case it needed a revive or needed some sort of additional defensive capabilities. And this, of course, this helps because reviving this character, you know, you get full HP, you get guard, you get to be able to do some additional attacks, you get some additional attack and defense buffs here and there. But this is so much more beneficial than this, because Cell, unfortunately, Cell himself has to get the revive. It doesn't matter on this particular section in here, because any character can get KO'd. I mean, the character himself, I believe this Buu has to get KO'd himself, but either way, the buff will still apply to Buu if you're running him as a leader and you're using a friend Buu. Both will get the buff. This guy won't. So what I would say, if you did pull for the Cell, you will add him into the team just the way that you could add this guy into the team, because he will be a resourceful unit that can be able to do some damage, but also have a revive in the back pocket that you can be able to rely on, right? And the teams that he's helping out, of course, are not super bad. You know, you got tournament participants. There are some options on tournament participants, but whenever I stop and think about tournament participants, I think about UI Goku. I'm thinking about Evolution Blue Vegeta. I'm thinking about, you know, Tournament of Power kinds of units. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about utilizing the Cell Saga team with this Cell, right? So it's kind of tricky in a way. Can be able to use the new Gohan, but the new Gohan won't benefit from that. Is he on? No, he won't benefit from proper like 220/250% leader skill from Cell, because Cell caters to more extreme class units like tournament participants and worldwide chaos, as his 200% HP, 170 to attack and defense, and then the extra 50 to androids and artificial life forms, if I'm not mistaken. So no, accelerated battle. So that was my confusion there. So this Cell is going to get an ECA, which again, I feel like he is going to be much more suitable. I would say even go as far as just like maybe setting up a team, or you can do the same thing as we did in the initial showcase, run double Cell and add this guy in there, because he can help out at least defensively, because this Cell by any means, he's not a Slaw 1 unit. You would want to get revive with him as quickly as you can, I say. But maybe tossing that out quickly or holding on to it as much as you can. It doesn't matter too much, but in order for you to be able to get the extra buffs, it'll just depend on the one character getting that. So it's kind of weird. The banner doesn't seem too hot, so I would recommend people not summoning on the banner. So that's my prerogative. Just, you know, thread carefully. The banner doesn't look super great. The Golden Week is gonna be in 3 weeks time, so you can be able to 3 to 4 weeks actually, because it's usually at the end of the month. But you're gonna have a better time summoning for whatever is down on Golden Week than summoning for this, right? But that all depends. If you do enjoy Cell, I've spoken to people that are really big fans of Cell, that is like, okay man, I can't stop you. So if you do like Cell as a unit, as a whole, then sure, summon for him if you do really enjoy him. But for me, this is a character that I'm seeing that it has the same effect as Majin Buu when he came out, but you will only have to run one of him in order for him to be beneficial for you. Because if you run 2 of them, the other one is going to be a liability. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I don't think that there's anything else to discuss. The banner doesn't look super great. I want to go back in just for 18, but I gotta stop. I feel like that is a good stopping point. I don't need to jump into the banner. There's nothing else in here that I actually do desperately need in here. Maybe Lord Slug cuppies. I would love maybe like a copy of Lord Slug or two maybe. But yeah, if you did summon, let me know down in the comments below how your summons went. If not, let me know what you're saving for, things like that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.